and it will hit most of the areas of your body. So we're going to start today's practice by rolling our head out. So we're going to bring our chin down and around towards our chest and up to the other side. If you want, you can bring it all the way around, only if it feels comfortable. And we'll take a few circles this direction. So we'll take another 3. We'll stop next time we get to the front and we'll go the opposite direction. Your last neck roll. We'll bring our head back up to center. We're going to take our hands beside our hips. We'll inhale, rise both arms up. Exhale, we're going to bring the left hand down beside the right hip and bring the right arm up overhead and come into a side body stretch. Looking up underneath that arm. One more breath here. Inhale, rise both arms up. Exhale, plant your right hand down, left arm overhead. Take one more breath here. Rise up to center, and we'll do that one more time. Left hand down, right arm overhead. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, right hand down beside your hip, left arm overhead. Rise up, back through center. And now this time we're going to take our left hand down onto our right knee and our right hand down beside our hip or just behind our body. And we're going to find a nice twist here. You can look over the back shoulder. We don't want this to be too intense of a twist because we're just warming up. So just have your hand lightly placed on your knee. Not forcing anything. Take one more breath here. Inhale, rise back up to the center. Exhale, right hand goes on left knee. Left hand goes at your hip or behind you. And you can look back or towards the side, whatever's comfortable. Inhale, rise back up to the center. Exhale, we'll take this one more time to each side. Inhale, center, exhale, other side. Inhale, back through center, and we'll bring our arms down. We're going to come into a tabletop position. And we're going to take some cat-cows. So inhale, drop your belly, lift your hips, spread your collarbones, raise your head. Exhale, round out. Tuck your chin in. Inhale, come back to cow position. Dip your stomach down. Inhale, round your back, tuck your chin. So we'll take 3 more of these at our own pace. Inhale. In as you come into cow. Exhaling as you come into cat. When you've done your final round, come into a neutral tabletop. We're going to tuck our toes under and we're going to sit back on our heels and come into toes pose. We can, if our pinky toes are flaring out, you can bring them forward. If this is really intense, you can always stay a little bit forward and just come onto your toes. Or you can take a blanket and put it in between your heels and your bum, and that will give it a little bit less of an intense feeling. And if you're sitting up, we're going to take eagle arms. So we'll open our arms up, take the right arm under the left arm, and you can bring the back of the palms together or bring it all the way around, touching palms. If it ever becomes too much on your feet, you can always come out and just come down into hero's pose on the top of your feet. If not, you can stay here. Inhale, open your arms back up. This time, take the opposite arm underneath, so the right arm underneath. Cross over, come into eagle arms. We'll take one more breath here. And we're going to lean forward, come back into tabletop. Let those feet go. You can maybe tap them a little bit on the mat, whatever feels good. You can roll your feet, your ankles out, point and flex your toes. The next thing we are going to do is come all the way down to our stomachs and we'll come into Sphinx Pose. So we'll have our elbows directly under our shoulders. We're going to be trying to move our chest towards the front of the room. And our shoulder blades should be coming back and together and down our back. Make sure we're not dumping into our shoulders, making a nice curve. We'll stay here for 3 breaths. Now we're going to take our left hand and we're going to bring it so it's angling towards the right corner of your mat. And we're going to take our right hand and bring ourselves onto our side. And we'll come into a side Sphinx. And we should feel the stretch in our side body. We'll hold this for another 3 breaths. If this isn't enough, you can always bring yourself up a little bit more. It's okay if your shoulder comes up. You want to be dropping in here as much as you can, bringing your ribs towards the ground. Last breath. Bring yourself back down to your forearms and roll back onto your stomach, and we'll come into Sphinx. We'll stay here for 2 breaths and then we'll go to the other side. So take our right hand, angle it towards the left side of your mat, and use your hand to push yourself onto your side. You can stay here or you can push your way up. Either way, you're working into a nice side body stretch here. One more breath. Come back down to your forearms. We're going to press up through tabletop, push up and back into downward dog. Take the right leg forward, and we're going to come into a low lunge by lowering our back knee. You can untuck your toes if you want. You can stay down, or you can rise up onto that front leg. You want to make this a sturdy position. You don't want to be dumping down too much. We'll take 3 breaths here. And on the 3rd breath, we're going to inhale our arms up. Exhale, cactus our arms, so bring them to a 90-degree angle. We'll take 2 more breaths. Next exhale, we're going to come into half split. So we'll ride back and come onto the heel of the front foot, lifting your toes towards the ceiling. We're going to inhale, straighten our spine as much as we can. Exhale, fold in. We're going to hold this for the next 3 breaths. Bring yourself back forward, come onto the ball of your back foot, tuck your front leg, come back into downward dog. And we're going to move onto the left side. So bring that left foot forward, plant it between your palms, lower your back knee, untuck your back toes if you'd like. You can keep them tucked if you want. You can stay here or you can rise up. And we'll want to keep this a very sturdy low lunge. We don't want to just be dumping in. We want to keep it very active and very stable. Take 3 breaths here, and then we'll open up into cactus arms. Inhale, rise your arms up. Exhale, open up into cactus arms. Bringing your chest forward and your arms back. Squeezing your shoulder blades together. Next exhale, glide back into half split. Inhale, elongate your spine. If you need, you can also use blocks in this position. And then exhale, fold in. Inhale, glide forward, come onto your back toes, lift your back leg up, tuck the front knee in, and come up and back into downward dog. Inhale, come up to your toes, bend your knees, step or hop to the front of your mat into half lift. Hands on shins or hands on the ground. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise all the way back up to stand. Hands to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, rise your arms up to the sky. Pause for a moment. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step or hop back into plank pose. Take a flow, so chaturanga or down to your belly, upward dog or cobra. And then back into downward dog. Take a moment here in your downward dog. You can pedal out your legs. You can take a side body stretch by bringing your heels down to one side and then the other. When you come back to center, take a moment here, take a breath. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, step or hop to the front of your mat, half lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise all the way back up to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. And that is our short full body warm-up for the gym.